Just when you thought it was all over, they always come back for more. Nothing truly stays dead forever. The witching hour is upon us, and time is running out. It's a race against the clock and against the undead. This is the Venom month of horrors for Corona Fever.
Based off of the book of the same name by Mary Shelley, released in 1818, Frankenstein, which is the name of the scientist, not the goddamn monster, and quit calling this Zelda its Link for the love of God! Sorry, just saying.
What can he mean?
Frankenstein, played by Colin Clive, is a scientist who's put together a human body out of various things and brings it to life with the help of a lightning storm. Kind of lucked out there, didn't he? What would he have done if there was no storm? Or had he actually been waiting for that whole time? Just waiting for a rainy day? But it turns out the brain he used actually belonged to a criminal, which means the monster's going to come out evil.
That's not how the Force works.
The monster is then alive and soon is on the loose killing before the villagers bond together to take him and his creator out. After the success of Dracula the same year, Carl Laemmle Jr. instantly wanted more horror films, and Bela Lugosi even wanted to play the Doctor. However, the director much rather him portray the monster instead. Unfortunately, after failed makeup attempts, Lugosi left the production, and he'd later claim it was one of the worst decisions of his entire career.
Brain of a dead man.
The thing is, in the script that he had signed on for, the character was vastly different, just a killing machine with no empathy, no emotion, no touching scenes like we got in the end results, where it would have been completely different to the final film we all know and love. Other claims that Lugosi was showing a huge ego, boasting about his fame, and he was actually forced off of the project, but he would later play the part in Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman, which is when his career was on a downward spiral. Wasn't so arrogant then, were ya?
And good riddance to you.
The film was also insanely controversial. Firstly, the monster murders a young girl. Like, Jesus Christ, this is 1931 and he murders a small child. Clearly on screen. This was actually cut in some early versions by some censorship boards and was only rediscovered again in the 1980s. Other lines were trimmed, including,
It's alive! In the name of God! Now I know what it feels like to be God!
They felt like this was offensive and blasphemous. Of course. And originally, 32 scenes were going to be cut, halving the entire movie. The American Film Institute listed it as the 87th greatest movie ever. The aforementioned line was picked as the 49th greatest movie quote, and Bravo put it as the 27th scariest movie moment for this scene, while the Chicago Film Critics Association picked Frankenstein as the 14th scariest film in history.
Go and see for yourself.
It's one of the originators, so what can I really say that's not been said before? They have the legendary and eerie sets of the graveyards with amazing lighting and fog. It sets the tone for the eerie atmosphere really well. The exterior scenes were great, but the Doctor's laboratory looks incredible. I mean, I think this looks great now, so for 1931 it's even more impressive. I also think it has some really underrated and well written dialogue.
And you really believe that you can bring life to the dead? That body is not dead. It has never lived.
I also can't help but praise the sheer size of this film's ballsack. Not only does the monster toss a child into the water killing them, but there's a hanging corpse in the opening sequence. The makeup of the monster looks amazing as well, really creepy looking and ominous. But unfortunately, some parts are unintentionally amusing.
Get him to the cellar. Shoot it, it's a monster.
That delivery is amazing.
Shoot it, it's a monster.
Shoot me, I'm an actor! And then we immediately cut to the monster flinging around like a spaz. It looks hilarious. And yeah, be a bit more serious if he wasn't clearly smiling. It wouldn't be that bad if they didn't deliberately cut to a close-up of the smiling. What the hell is its reaction here right before it collapsed? Like half aroused, half impersonating The Rock.
There, that's better. I'm going to take you home with me, Henry.
That's actually the creepiest part of the movie.
Alors, cher monsieur.
Who are you? I'm Maria. Will you play with me?
No. How about... Ah! Ah! The f*** is that, baby?
Did he just do a flirtatious growl?
He does it here too, it just looks silly. This shot is clearly sped up and it doesn't look very good at all. I also feel like there wasn't much story. I mean, there's a wedding subplot that the monster crashes, but I kind of wanted more. The wedding thing isn't interesting, and I don't know, the film just felt empty, like it was missing something. Also, the villagers find the dead girl and literally have no way of knowing it was the monster, but yet immediately head to Frankenstein's house to lynch them both. And why does he attack his own master? I mean, he plays nicely with the girl in a really charming scene, so he does have some humanity, but here...
Ouch.
The movie followed up with a sequel, Bride of Frankenstein in 1935, Son of Frankenstein in 1939, The Ghost of Frankenstein in 1942, Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman in 1943, House of Frankenstein in 1944, House of Dracula in 1945, and there was even a remake planned by Guillermo del Toro. He felt like the best parts of the story were in the novel and they hadn't been filmed yet. In 2009, he stated that he wouldn't be able to start production for another 4 years, but he had cast Doug Jones as the monster. Jones, however, himself stated in an interview that this was the first he had ever even heard of it. With the reboots of King Kong and Godzilla coming up, Universal Pictures are aiming to bring back all of the monster movies and confirmed in June of 2017 that Frankenstein is going to be one of them. The original film has its problems, but it's still a fascinating watch, inspiring, unique, chilling, sometimes charming, and the monster of Frankenstein still continues to be one of the most iconic and legendary characters in the world of horror ever created.